Jake.
Keep it going. Hello, Hailey. Keep it going for Hailey Verhaalen, y'all.
Thank you, guys.
Speaking of Ashley McBride, the last time I saw Hailey was about a week and a half ago. We were backstage at Jamboree, and this was just a fun moment for a fan to watch. We were right near Ashley McBride's trailer. Hailey was standing there with some friends and stuff, and Ashley, leaps out of her bus and goes, "Hailey!" and runs over and gives her a hug. And just here, amongst friends, that had to have been a little validating, right?
I felt really cool. Oh, every time she talks to me at all, I'm like, oh my, this is making me feel way cooler than I am.
Right, yeah. Yeah. It makes me, it would have, I know, but putting myself in that shoes, had something similar happen to me, and I have a similar story where somebody I idolized said hello to me. It helps you get over a little bit of that imposter syndrome, doesn't it?
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I spend so much time in Nashville. You guys think that I'm doing music every single day, but there's also, I have 4 jobs. I'm, really struggling over there a lot of the time. And so to be able to report something cool back, it takes the imposter syndrome a little bit away from that. Yeah. I love that.
You're familiar with that term imposter syndrome, where you're in a room and there's a bunch of people you really have a lot of respect for, and you're
should
nervous,
I be here?
Yeah, I'm a fraud. What do you
heck?
guys? Why'd you let me in? And stuff like that really helps you give it over, which I think is great. Living in Nashville and doing the songwriting thing, I saw you in an interview say one time that you're an emotional songwriter and it can strike you at any time, which I know is the case for a lot of it. This is a question I always have. So when you're in a situation, say at one of your jobs, or you're at a movie, or you're with dinner with friends, and something hits you and something inspires you, how do you handle it?
Oh, I have to immediately stop whatever I'm doing and get my phone out, and whatever it is, because it could start with a lyric, it could start with a melody, or just a concept of a song, and I have to drop everything, because somebody explained it to me one time. An opportunity comes, right? And this is for everything, but especially for songwriting for me. Opportunities are out there just floating in the air, and one of them, might come and float over your head, and it's up to you to reach out and grab it before it floats away. Right. So it's just one of those things you have to immediately drop and put the idea on paper, or it'll go.
So you're sitting in the Barbie movie and something hits you, and your
yeah,
phone comes out,
literally,
light comes up. Yeah.
Exactly. Anything I'm doing. Yeah, just don't tell my bosses that.
That doesn't sound like a very healthy work-life balance.
It's not. Oh, it's not. But hey, it gives me a lot to write about, which is great as a songwriter. I always need stuff to write about. So.
I think that's great. I like the I like that opportunity thing, because how I personally handle that is let it go by.
Yeah. And that's easy to do, but again, it's if you don't grab it, it might not ever come back to you. So
I admire this. This is why this is what divides the successful from the rest of us, you guys. So songwriting versus singing and stuff. When you're out on the road, is there something that you notice when you walk into a venue? Is there a feature of a venue where oh, this is gonna rock? This is gonna be a great place tonight. Like a honky tonk? Is there something hanging on the wall or?
Yeah, honestly, if there's any place that is okay with country music, honestly, is great, because there's a lot of people that don't really like country music, and I actually play some of those places sometimes, which is I'm maybe I need to be a little more choosy with where I'm playing, but so if the place is known for loving country music, I already know it's going to be a great show, because country music fans are the best fans on the planet, and they know all the music, which is great. So yeah.
We were talking a little bit before the show. You're really enjoying living in Nashville. The songwriting community there, we all kind of know that we don't live there, but we all hear the tales that it's really just the most vibrant songwriting community, right? So how does an actual sit-down songwrite for you go? How do they even start? Where do they happen? How long into the night do they go?
That's a great question, and there could be a billion different answers to it, but usually you schedule co-writes with people. I write a lot by myself, but I do, 2 or 3 times a week, I co-write with other people, and we usually have those booked out months in advance.
People you already know?
People I already know. However, the networking aspect comes in when you're out playing a show. I have a friend, Whitney Miller, who moved to town. She was a former Miss USA, and she wanted to get into music, and she met me out at a show, really loved a song I sang, and ended up asking if it was available, and cut it, and we formed a really great co-writing relationship from the networking, and we write all the time now. So it really just depends. it's usually people you know, but you can meet people at a show and put them on the books for, a couple months down the line. But then you go in, you talk ideas with everybody, and usually I'm the artist in the room for certain rights that I do. And so we'll try to find something that I've been really wanting to write about. But it could be a different artist in the room that they've been really itching to write a song about their parents or whatever, and we'll go through our ideas and try to find something. But
when you say the room, is it
we call it a writer's
living room?
However, it can be a writer's room. I've written in a hotel lobby before as a writer's room. I mean, literally a lot of the engineer guys over there, the track guys, I mean, their studios are like in a little closet. Like I've literally written a song in a closet before. You can call anything a writer's room. Yeah.
Do they happen late at night, early in the morning?
Usually, my writes are around 11 a.m. because I work mornings and at night usually. So I try to squeeze them in the daytime. However, some of them you do have to go into the night.
Catering?
It just depends. It depends on who you're with. Some writes take like an hour and a half to 2 hours. Some take 4 to 6 hours, and it just depends on the song and how hangry everybody's getting in the right if it's around dinner time.
Is there any? So that's a good question.
Yeah.
So does hanger ever sew into it? I know, I heard somebody say at one point, and I think this is BS, but it made sense at the time that you need to feel pain to write a sad song.
I guess that's a good way to do it. Starve yourself.
Right.
And you'll feel the hunger pains, and that will make you sad enough to write a country song.
That'll make or an angry song. Country music has angry songs.
That's true. Yeah. Right. I'm here for that.
Do you ever manufacture that? Is that possible to do? Like put yourself in a mood because you're wanting to write a song?
Absolutely. I think that's the best way to write a song if you want it to be believable. And I write songs all the time about things that I'm not necessarily going through. And, that's just the name of the game when you're writing for other people. You have to put yourself into the story of whatever their story is and wonder how you would feel singing that song, listening to that song. There's so many things that go into it, so you do have to put yourself in there.
Same for performing. Do you need to be in the mood to perform the proper song?
It's nice to be in the headspace, but I write a lot of differing, things, and so I guess I like this. The next song I'm gonna do is about crashing an ex's wedding, and I've never done that, but. Man, it would be really fun, And so I will put myself as if I'm crashing my ex's wedding in the next song I do. So.
This sounds exhausting, honestly. Like
it's kind of fun though. You get to I don't know. You like get all these emotions out that maybe I'm not like feeling that way right now, but maybe I'm feeling it about something else, and that helps me through any emotion I can get out while I sing is great.
This is what's going to be. Watch her as she's performing the rest of this set here.
Oh,
Watch
gosh.
her as she goes through it. If she looks down and breathes, she's thinking about crashing an ex's wedding. I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah.
All right, so speaking of work-life balance, this is a question I've taken to asking people lately. Would you rather, this is a decision, would you rather have a songwriting session and recording session with anybody you choose, the person of your choice, or week paid vacation anywhere you want, all-inclusive with your friends, with literally the unlimited guest list?
Okay.
You get one or the other.
Oh, wow. That's really hard to choose because the songwriting aspect is like
Here comes the opportunity.
My day in and day out. If I can snag that, I probably would. Because when you say, it could be an all-expenses vacation somewhere else, I'm still thinking I would turn that into a writer's retreat. That would be a loss of opportunity if I did it,
That's smart.
So the work always comes into it for me, I guess. And maybe it's just the love for music. I'm always thinking about songwriting. So I'm like, how could I turn that into a musical trip,
She hacked the question. That's what she did.
I did.
All-inclusive with my songwriter. Genius. That's how it's done, Hailey. Let's let her play some more music. Again, we'll all watch her as she goes through the trials and emotions of it. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Hailey Verhaalen.
Thank you. And seriously, guys, thank you so much for being here. What a lovely treat to come out and see this place packed.